Hi everyone, welcome back to another notebook, planBOOK flip through for Omni planBOOK. This is my teacher planner notebook, and it looks a little bit different than maybe the last one I showed you that I was using that was by Erin Condren, and that's because I decided to design my own using some of the things that I liked from Erin Condren, but using everything else that I liked even more from the ARC Planner system. So you'll see that this is a letter size ARC Planner notebook. This is a Martha Stewart cover in seafoam. You'll see it has an elastic cord here. Sorry about that stain there, that's oil paint. And then these are lime green discs, which I think kind of goes nicely. It has a very relaxing sort of a beachy feel to it. So this is what it looks like when you open it up. Okay, so you open it up here, and this was originally in the Erin Condren notebook, and you'll see that I even washi the side and then I punched it, and I was just going to keep it in here, and then it just kind of got in the way, so I decided to just tuck it into this side flap here where I can put other information that I might need. I washi the side here. This is a just kind of something that I printed off my principal for exam week that just happened, and then this was originally the front cover of my Erin Condren teacher planning notebook that I'm using as a little bit of a dashboard. When you open it up, you'll see there's a picture of my family, so that didn't go to waste. I just washi the edge, and then I punched it with the ARC Planner punch. These are some articulated notes that I had for a lesson that was being observed, and you'll see that I did, it's called head to foot printing, where the back side is upside down, and there's a specific reason why I do that, and I can explain that in a different video. But this is some articulated lesson plans. They don't stay in there quite as well because it helps if you reinforce the inside edge with some tape. I usually just use Scotch tape, but sometimes use washi tape, but for this purpose I just didn't do any of it. So this is what starts my lesson planning notebook. This is a cover page that I made myself. I made it look like notebook paper, reminiscent of that with giant pencils, and a quote that I really love that says, "Teachers who love teaching teach students to love learning." And then this is supposed to look like a sticker like, "Good job." And then it has some, inspirational things on it. And then this right here you'll see is a tab, so that's my dashboard that I can switch around any place I like. So this is the first week of classes. It's getting ready to start tomorrow for me. It is week 21 of the whole school year, and these are the classes that I'm teaching. And then I have my days of the week up here. This right here is a clear dashboard that I made at a very heavy weight laminate, and then I just punched it so then I can move it as I like to. But you'll see that it has my class schedule embedded in here, so that well, I know where I'm supposed to go, how I'm supposed to go. And this little tab here, today's lesson, makes it so that if this is closed, I can just open it up, reach right into that tab, and open right to the week wherever I am. Okay, so I used a very extra wide washi tape here to denote the fact that it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and so we had no school. But then I have smaller labels and things. This is not scheduled today. I made these myself, and these are smaller removable white labels that say planning and study hall, because I do have that I also work into my schedule. I just didn't need to put a block in there. So this is my period 2, period 3, period 5, 6, and then 8. And then what you'll also see is you'll see these colored dots here, red and green. Green means I start my day with that period, and red means I end my day with that period. The way that the scheduling works is that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 periods in a day, but I actually have 7 classes that I might teach. I think that's how it is. Wait, 5, 6, no. I have like 5 or 6 classes that I might teach. Last semester I taught 6, this time I'm teaching 5. But there are actually 6 periods in a day. So we have a rotating schedule where you go 1 to 8, and then you go, 1 to 6, and then 7 to 5, and then 6 to 3, and then 4 to 1, and the last day of the week is 2 to 8. So I get very mixed up with my schedule, so the way that I take care of that is I know that on Tuesday I start where the green dot is. Green means go, and then I rotate and I will end with this, which is pink, which I think of as like red. Again, green means go, which means I'll start my Wednesday here, 3D painting or history, 3D, and then I won't have drawing that day. And then of course on the days that say not scheduled, and that means I don't meet that class at all. These little labels in here that say study hall or planning, those are just reminders that in between those two classes, period 6 and period 8, I have planning. And then on the other side of here, clearly, you know, I don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't have like 7 days in the week. So I have this for student records and this for weekly prep that will go along with whatever class is over here. And these correspond with over here. So, and I'm a high school teacher, so I don't know, maybe this setup works a little better for you. The reason why I have student records is because in the Erin Condren teacher planner, they had an absentee log, and it was in the very beginning of the notebook, which was, I don't know, kind of a pain for me to be like flipping back and forth and flipping back and forth. And I like to know, I'll even write in my lesson plan blocks when a student was absent. So over here I can actually do that. I could like write if so-and-so is going to be absent that day, or if they were tardy or anything, and then that'll apply for all of art history that week. And then the weekly prep list, if there's anything for art materials that I need to ask my student aides to help me with, or that I need to make copies, and that works for there too. So this is what a double page spread looks like without that dashboard in the center, so you can see how it looks entirely. And you'll see these little labels down here. I made these. Refresh, rehydrate, replenish. These are labels that remind me that I need to drink water. And you know, previously I thought that that was kind of, I don't know, I would never do that, except I'm on this medication that dehydrates me really easily, and then I get really sick, so I have to remember to do that. So even though these labels are down here, I'm actually going to be moving them up here so that I can remember a little bit more and they become a little more top priority because they're at the top of the page. So I'm going to be moving those. And all of these labels are Avery labels and they're removable. And you'll see that I have, let's see here, I prepped them pretty far in advance, but it's okay. I can just like gently peel them off and then I can move them up here. So these are all my lesson planning pages. You'll see their week number. And I just have as many weeks as are in the school week. Here we go. And then I also wrote notes up here in red for the days when like there's going to be something that's happening. Like for example, ooh, the printing was kind of funny there, so, but I don't really care, who cares. But this like prom on Saturday, so that reminds me that that week the kids might not be so focused on Friday, which is fine. You know, it's exciting to be excited about prom. So here we go. Week number 38 is the last week of classes before exams. We have Memorial Day, which means I'm going to put some washi there or a label that says no school. And then we are week 38 is really the last week of classes for me. And then this is all empty pages and extra pages in case I need them, or that can kind of lead me into the next school year. And then I end my lesson planning pages with a little bit of a quote page, which is right here. And it says, and it kind of matches with like the color scheme, you don't paddle against the current, you paddle with it. And if you get good at it, you throw away the oars. Said by Chris Christopherson. And I thought this was kind of appropriate for this year because my one little word of the year is current, which is to stay current, stay present, and just to learn to go with the flow. Think about what's valuable for you. This is my class schedule. This is like all the teacher schedules. I teach at the upper school. This is my first aid certification stuff. Here's some extra graph pages from Erin Condren. Here's some labels that I custom made, and I have to like hand cut them out, and then I can either throw them through my Xyron or I can paste them. And then now is where you get to the monthly calendar pages. These all are from my gutted Erin Condren teacher planner, and I do have my own monthly pages, but I had already written on all of these, and they're tabbed and they're labeled, so I figured I might as well just uncoil my teacher planner, strip the sides with tape, and then just punch it and use it in here. Yeah. But it makes more sense for me to have my lesson plan pages in the very front and then my monthly planning pages in the back, because this is like the school overview. The way that Erin Condren does things is she does things in a little bit of, it's called a Euro week, where it starts the week on a day other than Sunday. And she starts hers on Monday. I don't really like starting on Mondays. I like starting on Saturday. So when I have my monthly pages that I can show you in my personal planner, you'll see that when I do my own monthly pages for next year's teacher planner, I'm going to actually have a double block that is over here that says Saturday, Sunday, and then it'll say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Because I feel like my week ends on a Friday, really. That's like the last day of school. You'll also notice that I took out the extra notebook pages. Usually there's like 1.5 notebook pages after every month in the Erin Condren teacher planner, but it was just really big and bulky, and I found that I really only needed 1 page of notes. So I kept that. And then, you know, here's my months. We're getting into May. Soon it's going to be May. Hopefully it will snow before May happens. We can get some like cool, you know, like snow days and everything. June, July, and then you'll see here in July, of course I have nothing, but I have all these pages that are clipped, and that's because in the center there are some pages that I saved from my gutted teacher planner, and they have some confidential student notes in there, so that's why I didn't feel comfortable showing them to you. But this is my year at a glance that I would use for long-term kind of curriculum mapping. And usually it's just like a flat kind of block, and that's not enough room for me to write what I need to for curriculum mapping. So what I've done is I have created, they're called flat pages or flip pages. And I can document the things that I'm doing every month. But if it so turns out that you need more room than like this, watch this. This is something that I showed in my last video. I can take this and flip this out even more three-dimensionally. So it's like pop-up, like that. And this is something that I learned to do when I was teaching AVID curriculum in the public schools for reading and language arts and social studies. And it's really easy to do, and it makes it so that you have more landscape in your teacher planner. So, and then in the very back of my teacher planner is where I just have notebook pages and other such things that just came with this. So I can use this for meeting notes, or I can use it for lesson planning. I have, oops, these are my class lists and things, so you shouldn't see this. This is just a plastic pocket that is from the ARC notebook planning system. And you'll see that that didn't turn very nicely, but over time it will, because the edges that go around the rings will get a little bit burnished, and then it'll make it easier to turn them. This is a little bit of my wish list for what I wanted my teacher planner to look like, and this is probably what it's going to look like next year. I'll have my own monthly pages, not the Erin Condren ones, and then this is the kind of the sections that there will be in the thing with 2-inch discs. This was my original cover page because, I don't know, I thought it looked kind of cool, like it was chalkboard, like real chalkboard. And then this is what my year at a glance was going to look like, and I would do the same thing in this sort of flip out pages. But I really like this quote that says, "A plan backed by action makes your dreams come true." And it looks like it is on corkboard, which I like corkboard, it's kind of fun. Kind of retro feeling. And this matches with my my own personal planner, this design. And then it ends with, what does it end with? I have another ARC notebook, like clear folder page that I don't have to, like, I can pop that out if I want to. But it has a friction erasable pen that are like the best pens in the world, and I love that. And so this came with pen loop. The Martha Stewart ones do. Actually, all the Arc Planner notebook ones do. And then I just close this up here. Okay. And then I can take the elastic cord here and close it up, and it holds all nice together. I'm sure this will like wear out over time and might have to get like a planner band, but oh well. Maybe I can make myself one. So that's my teacher planner. So we'll see. It is still kind of thick, but it's not nearly as thick and heavy as the Erin Condren one that I had, so I really like it. I made one for my mentor, kind of colleague teacher, and yeah. So anyway, most of the pages that I showed you, like the ones that I designed, are available for free download in a couple of different palettes actually on my my blog site, which is omniplanbook.blogspot.com. I'll try and post a link. So you can just print them freely, either in black and white or grayscale or full color, or there's even like a masculine palette that I even like ran by my husband and said, does this look like what a guy would use? Because the bright colors, it seems like women like to use them a little more. So that's all. So thank you so much for watching another one of my videos, and I will try and show you some more videos for what I'm doing with my other ARC notebooks and also my other planners, because I've really gotten into filofaxes, doing different things with them, and yeah, kind of a very useful, cool little hobby that I have, and I'm glad to share all of this with you all. So that's all, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for giving me so much of your time for this teacher planning notebook flip through tour. See you next time.